In today's video, I'm not only going to be showing you guys how you can do the solo tombstone duplication glitch with no money whatsoever, I'm also going to be showing you how you can do it at every corner of the map. That's right, you no longer need to do bad signal with this glitch. You may know about the new blood burner method, but I guarantee that you have not seen all of these locations in this video. It's a very simple guide, but I'm going to be going through all the details for you so that you have no issues with this glitch whatsoever. And in my opinion, if you have trouble with timing as well with the solo tombstone duplication glitch, this method is for you. So I want to know down below, what items do you always store in your tombstone? I really am interested to hear what you guys have. And me personally, I love to bring a Scorcher, Pack-a-Punch Crystal, Tombstone Soda, Ether Blade, Dog Bone, and probably a ray gun case as well, just because I always love the ray gun and just that play style, right? So make sure you leave that comment down below. I'm really interested to hear what you guys like to bring. I know everyone likes to bring slightly different stuff. So there are some required items to this glitch, obviously, so we're gonna go over that now. So typically speaking, what you want to do is make sure that you have a backup of the items. Now to do so, you simply just do the solo tombstone duplication glitch with the bad signal portal if you want to duplicate 2 blood burner keys. So I would highly suggest, if you're doing this glitch multiple times, have 2 blood burner keys for the very first time that you do this glitch. The reason is you need a blood burner key in your tombstone as well as one in your inventory going into the game. So typically speaking, what you would want to do is get your inventory completely set up and don't use a single item in your first game, right? And then go and do the bad signal tombstone duplication glitch, which you can find in the description down below. That will create a backup of the items. Alternatively, you could have all of your items in your tombstone or whatever you have, right? As long as you have a blood burner key in your inventory and you find the existing blood burner on the map or get one from someone else, that is also fine. So generally speaking, again, you just need a backup blood burner so that you can actually store it in your tombstone. Pretty simple, right? So there's one item requirement here. Now, highly suggested items, obviously a tombstone soda, so that you don't have to actually purchase tombstone. Otherwise, nothing else is required. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you all of the locations for this glitch. But first, I wanna show you a cool trick with the blood burner. Now, if you didn't know about this, then I will be able to explain it to you. It's a really cool feature. If you do, this will only take 30 seconds. So just give me a minute to explain it to people. But as you can see here, if you drive the blood burner out onto water and get off of it, it will teleport back to land. However, if you look at the blood burner when you get off of it and immediately get back on, as you'll see me demonstrate here twice, so just make sure that you practice that a couple of times before you do the actual glitch. But let's get into the locations now. So first of all, I've seen a couple of updated videos, and I put that in quotes, of a better location for the tombstone glitch. Now, the best place to do it is in the northeast of the map, but I don't suggest that you do it in this area right here. I actually suggest that you do it in the original location. I'm not sure why people are saying that it's faster. Maybe it's like a second or two faster, but the original location is much easier. So that's the only location that I'm going to be going over as far as the northeast goes. So let's look at that now. Now, following the path that I do, you will be able to find this location pretty easily, and you'll probably recognize it from the bad signal tombstone glitch. This is the best spot to do this glitch in my opinion. So players who have trouble with timing or just simply want a laid back gameplay experience like most of us do will find this one to be the best. So first of all, this big rock here, you just step out, you have no mantles to do or anything, and then this patch of seaweed is where you're going to start. So it's very simple. What you want to do is park your blood burner there or spawn it there, whatever you want to do, drive out onto the water, get off and get back on, and you will be teleported back to the patch of seaweed. Extremely simple. You run to the right, you are closer than you do in bad signal. This is definitely faster than bad signal as far as the timing getting to the out of bounds line, so it is super easy to do, and my personal favorite. So let's follow the path that I do to get to countermeasures. Now, while you're driving this path, you want to make sure you don't touch any land. I'm going to show you this full clip right here just so that you can actually see me physically doing it. After this, I'm not going to show you the entire time me driving. I don't want to waste your guys' time. This tutorial will be very much to the point, so make sure you watch the whole thing, because I will have all of the explanations for all the other locations and why some of them are actually faster than this one in a little bit. So when you get here, you want to park right here next to this rock. Very simple, and start running over towards the countermeasures portal. So it's very simple to actually get here, but it's a little bit dangerous. So I highly suggest that you either have gold plates or you just use a scorcher like I do here. Very, very simple. It will kill a couple of seconds. Sometimes it's actually faster to run, but if you know how to use the scorcher well, then you can do this a little bit quicker. So what you want to do is hop back on your ride and then hop off and hop back on, and you will teleport, like I said, straight to the seaweed. And then you can see here, I literally have 10 seconds to accept and I'm at the edge of the map. That means I have like 20 seconds probably total at that point, because 10 plus 10 to actually do this. So all you want to do is just simply step out at 6 seconds. This is the simplest tombstone glitch that I've seen since the new portal and everything like that, since we've had to change how we actually do this glitch. It's been so simple for so long, but this just upped that to another level. So where you want to quit is whenever you get to dark ether zombies right there on the screen. You should see eliminated, but if you don't see eliminated come up, just simply listen for the sound. So let's get into the next location. For this next location, we're going to be going to the northwest of the map. Now, this location is very quick to do and I highly suggest it, but let's get into what it takes. I'm actually right north of the beach right here. You can actually see I'm a little higher elevation, and all you want to do is just drive off quickly towards the water. Now, you saw I kind of clipped the beach there, but even so, when I get off and get back on, you'll notice I end up back right near the edge up at the top. So super useful spot, and we're going to test it out and see if it works well. So what you want to do is simply drive off and drive onto the water, and you don't want to touch land while you drive over towards countermeasures. Now again, if countermeasures is not selected as your mission, or you don't have it fully completed, then it will not show up on your map. So make sure that you have it selected. But once you make it to this area, you want to go to this spot on the beach, and it's super easy to get to. And what you want to do is simply drive up near this rock right about here. So I'm going to drive up, and for whatever reason this does not count right here, so I stop the vehicle and get off. I would suggest decoy grenades, a scorcher, or just plates. But long story short, you want to activate the portal and get back to your bike. So what you want to do is back it up into the water, do the trick that I told you to practice, and you will teleport towards the edge of the map. Now, for whatever reason, I got flung up in the air this time, but I tested it a few more times and it did not happen. So just know that. But long story short, you want to accept the contract, and then whenever it's at the 6-second mark, which you can roll back and watch it multiple times if you need, you want to run into the out of bounds line. And what's going to happen is you're going to get eliminated while it's teleporting you to the dark ether, but it won't count. So what you want to do is close the game on dark ether zombies here. If you're on Xbox, it's pretty simple. You just close the game, and PS5, you can look that up. On PC, you would just do Alt F4. So the next area of the map that we're going to do this glitch in is in the southwest here. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what you need to do for this particular location if you happen to be in this part of the map towards the end of the game. So what you want to do is you essentially want to spawn your blood burner up top and drive towards the water. But what I noticed is if you don't land kind of closer to the beach on this one, you will end up under the water. But I have not been able to permanently sustain, driving underwater. So if I'm going to look into that glitch more and see, it's kind of useless, but I will look it up. But if you land kind of near the rocks here, but still in the water, it will count. So watch, I'm going to actually follow the same path. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to use a scorcher for this game just because I happen to have one, and I'm going to go back to my bike, back up, and we're going to get off and get back on. Now what happened on this one was I spawned way up in the air for some reason, I think because I'm on the ledge, but as you can see, this one was way easier. I mean, guys, you just have to walk like 2 steps towards the edge. Now I almost messed up the timing with actually leaving the game, or rather walking out whenever it gets the eliminated symbol, but same exact thing, walk out at 6 seconds and quit on dark ether zombies. So this next location is actually the closest to the out of bounds zone that I've found. So this is very, very easy to do, but it can be a little bit more complicated than the others. So essentially you're going to drive off and drive towards the water. Now again, hitting the land right there for some reason does not count. So when I get off and get back on, I end up on top of the hill. Now I found this one was a little bit troubling. If you don't do it exactly the way that I do it, then you may actually end up halfway down the hill. But the good news is you never have to accept the contract until you're absolutely sure. And with all of these methods, you are going to end up near the out of bounds zone well before whenever you do the actual bad signal version of this tombstone glitch. So where you want to line yourself at is kind of towards the west of that island right there, just on top of the hill. Very easy to do, and it's very easy to actually drive to this location. Then you're just simply going to drive forward like so, and you're going to drive off this big rock here, and that's it. And so once you actually hit the ground and hit the water, you will be able to go towards countermeasures. Now, once you've made it to the water, you want to follow your way out of this little inlet here. So be careful because there's a lot more land that you can hit, but it's pretty simple. Make your way over to countermeasures. I actually almost die here, so be very careful. Again, unlike me, I'm a little bit brazen whenever I'm recording glitches. So make your way back to the bike. You're going to back up into the water as usual and hop off and hop back on, and that teleports you literally to the edge of the map. This one I enjoyed the most because it is the fastest. I had 12 seconds just to accept before I actually started the countdown, and so this is definitely the easiest one as far as timing goes because you end up on the edge of the map. But driving that bike off the cliff is a little bit harder. So again, that first method that I showed you guys is my favorite, but go ahead and quit when you see dark ether zombies and you are good to go.